Well, here we are again. More retards. Welcome to the shit show.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Hey,
I
true.
just want to make sure the other countries know we, the American people, did not want this. We want free health care. We'll take even just free dental if that's all they can manage. But none of us wanted this.
What? The fuck? Yeah.
I stopped dating because everybody just wants to put their PP in me.
Cause
You're a whore.
he said it more. I love that.
Straight men only. I'm sorry, but how in the world could you not like me? Yes, I'm a trans woman, I'm a dog. Like, what is so different about dating me than a cis woman?
All right, so I have this thing that I'm sure some people in the world have heard before, right? It's slightly diabolical, but it's pretty funny. So there's no such thing as chicks with dicks. It's only guys with tits. So that's why people won't date you because the the appendage that dangles between your legs, and if you've already had it removed, it still was there. We know. Shush. Quit cosplaying.
The penis.
Yes.
That's the difference. The penis.
Well, it happened. Your worst fear came true. Men are entering into women's restrooms and harming them. ICE officers barged into a woman's restroom to detain her.
But y'all are all about like men cosplaying as women going in there. That's no issue, right? But an ICE agent who is a government official doing their job, that's the problem, right? That I don't. What?
You're angry, right? You should be furious. Oh, you no longer feel that way? It's okay when they do it? Yeah, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Aren't you the same group of people who literally advocate, and I hate using the word literally, but you literally advocate for men to go into women's restrooms, and now here you are complaining about it. That's the very thing you voted for, you get what you voted for, and all of a sudden you seem to mention that men are going into women's spaces as if it's an issue when it's the very thing that you wanted.
Where are they learning this garbage?
TikTok, Facebook.
Now what?
I mean, that's an improvement for sure. I can still see the attitude, though.
Thin eyebrow theory? Big eyeliner theory? Dyed hair theory? Now what?
Yeah, what you didn't realize is the septum ring theory, or as I call it, the bullnose ring theory, is a mind state. And that mind state manifests in the way that you look. So you taking out that ring in your nose didn't really help your case. You still need to look in the mirror and see that you completely embody the septum ring theory.
My New Year's resolution is to...
Bro, what in the absolute fucking dog shit is that? Dude got cigarettes hanging from his ears? Anyway.
radicalize myself even further. I will stay in my echo chamber. I will get more and more mad about the compounding worstness of my life and everyone else's until eventually I will explode.
I find that diabolical that I burped before you. But anyway. You make no fucking sense. He's all, I'm gonna go and stay in my echo chamber this year and become more radicalized, thus making yourself more retarded. This is not a flex, bro. That's a complete L. It's a complete L. And I hope that's a wig. Never mind. Whatever.
At least they're beginning to recognize the stupidity in the positions that they hold, and they understand that they love to hold on to this victim mentality. And now they're actually making videos showing us all that they actually realize that they love to hold on to this victim mentality. It's hilarious to see.
Sometimes you gotta get yourself a little sweet treat.
Sweet treat.
Sweet treat, yeah.
Get yourself after a long hard day. Just get a sweet treat.
Hashtag diabetes.
Getting like a little drink or like a little candy bar or something like that. Sometimes I get a little overboard, but sweet treats are nice.
What?
I'll get like maybe like something food wise, and I'll get like a little candy bar. I don't get like the hot dog rollers if that's what you're thinking.
Look, I know like there's like 3 different types of meat and a lot of hot dogs and shit, but I would think that hot dogs are probably better for you than buying a fucking box of Twinkies or whatever the fuck you bought at the store. Especially when you're overweight and may or may not have diabetes, but come on, dude. You're better off eating hot dogs.
I get like a pizza slice or I just get like a candy bar. That's my sweet treat to me.
This is me saying this from just a human caring about another human and also just a blunt thing. I'm thick. I don't think we need to be getting sweet treats. I don't think
Fair.
it's good for our health. Sweet treats. But it's not contributing to our financial health. It's not contributing to our physical health. What you're talking about is like the most bad for you crap. It's nothing beneficial in any way. I'm sure some people will think that's fat shaming. But
I fat shame myself, so.
well, you know what shaming is? Shaming is saying like, oh, you're disgusting for being fat. Like that's like what shaming people is. Saying, hey, I don't think we should eat things that are not good for us.
I do think about that, and then at the same time, I'm like, oh well, at least I'll die happy. With a little sweet.
You didn't look yourself in the mirror, or maybe even just step on a weighing scale and think to yourself, maybe I need to lay off the sweet treats and take a few sweet walks so that I can lose this weight and become much more healthier than I currently am. You didn't think of any of that. You also didn't think of any of that, but then you also have bad spending problems, which has led you to being on financial audit, which means your finances are also bad. But of course, you know, you need the sweet treats as if you haven't had enough.
You know, and it's retarded too, because I'm not like the poster child for, you know, healthy activities. I'm sitting here smoking a cigarette, drinking fucking beer or whatever, but I'm not obese, and I'm actually pretty active. You know, I work, weird, right? Physical labor, weird. Anyway, I don't know why I even went on that tangent. But he is right. He is right.
This is the absolute most silliest response you could ever give. Like, it makes no sense. And it's put in places where it doesn't even make any sense. Like, what does that even mean? It's so funny how much it's used.
You guys worry about the wrong things. You decided to waste your money on that bullnose ring piercing instead of saving that money up to, you know, focus on some other things that are very glaring in your life. But of course, as usual, you go ahead and get this bullnose ring piercing to prove the septum ring theory correct. Good.
You know, it's really funny. When I got all my piercings, and no, I don't have a fucking septum piercing or any of that shit, but I do have eyebrow piercing. My ears are pierced, like, in multiple areas, and I get the fucking gauges, all that shit, whatever, you know. But I did that shit 20 years ago. I did it myself in my bathroom with a fucking safety pin. I didn't spend any money on that. Yeah. People should try that. Or not. I don't actually know. Especially if these dumb fucks are no, don't do that. Yeah, no, just, I'm probably gonna delete that.
Good job.
To every Venezuelan cheering right now, you do not want to be controlled by the United States. They will drain you of all your resources. And
that's exactly what the dictator that was just removed was doing. Stealing, murdering, doing a whole bunch of shit. The perspective is a bit skewed, if I do say so myself.
then leave you in a worse state than you are right now. We're also under a dictatorship.
Bitch, he was elected democratically. That is not a dictator. He's not a penis potato. Shut the fuck up.
And now we are in charge of your country. United States citizens don't even want to be in this country anymore. We want a revolution from our own country.
Then leave. Go find somewhere else. Just go. No one's keeping you here. Go ahead. Get a job that pays enough that you can save money for maybe a house or something somewhere else and citizenship. Go ahead. Go and do it.
The only reason we've taken over your country is to steal all your oil and resources and leave you as impoverished as possible because we're an imperial empire. And that's what we do. Over and over and over again, we take over destabilized countries so we can exploit them. It's like being taken out of one pot of boiling water and being put into another one. and we're just going to slowly keep turning up the heat. The United States does not give a shit about democracy or freeing the people of Venezuela.
Actually, you know what's really funny that she says that? Does not care about democracy, right? We have a democratic process that happens every 4 years, right? You guys are all about democracy until it doesn't go in your favor, and then you bitch and complain that we don't care about democracy. That is fucking stupid. Anyway, let's see what the rest of the shit she has to say.
All the United States wants is oil. It's all the United States usually ever wants from any country. Because we're basically one giant oil corporation at this point. And now we just colonized you. I'm sorry. You are now under control of a fascist dictator going through the late stages of dementia. Welcome to the party.
Ah, yes, let's listen to the people who will complain and say that if you're not a certain thing, you shouldn't comment on that certain thing. Yet here they are talking about Venezuelans when they're not Venezuelans. Make it make sense. Before we get back into the video, if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the bell so that you're notified when a video comes out. And let us get back into the video.
They're gonna ask us, do you support Maduro or not? And that is the wrong question. It is an insult to the intelligence of our working class people. The real question is, do you support imperialism? No. Do you support endless war? Do you support spilling blood for oil? No. It's the war makers who profit when we kill workers in other countries and stain our souls in the effort, stealing our own tax dollars to do it.
You're worried about people stealing tax dollars, yet you're wearing that fucking Palestinian little fucking snot rag around your neck. And the fact that, I don't know if you actually are a veteran, but it looks like it says Veterans Against Fascism. Like, dude, or whatever the fuck you are a confused individual. So you don't care about the Somalians stealing billions of dollars and sending it to absolute fucking donkey pull cart shitsville, right? But dealing with the hundreds of thousands of people that die from fentanyl every year by destroying the boats and getting rid of the person that was totally complicit and organizing all the fucking bullshit that was coming over here and killing people, like what are you saying? It's not like they went over there and fucking dropped a nuke. They went and plucked that fucking prick and brought him to America because he had warrants. Well, like, I don't know what to tell you. Venezuela is now a better place because of it. Look at all the happy people that live there. Weird. They're like, wow, our government can actually function now. And we have protection. Wild.
If you say you support veterans, if you have a friend, family member who have served, are serving, are considering serving, then you have a moral duty to oppose this war.
Trump himself has come out repeatedly and stated openly the purpose of this war is to seize Venezuela's oil for the billionaire donors to profit from. They believe Venezuela's oil should benefit a few rich Americans rather than to live.
You just said they say that. The only people saying that is you dumb fucks that don't have jobs because I don't know how you could have jobs because you're out fucking protesting all day. Protesting all of the things. We care about all of the things, but getting a job and fucking being productive in society. That's wild.
Millions out of poverty. War is a racket. It always has been. It is possibly the oldest, easily the most profitable, surely the most vicious.
We need a community to resist U.S. imperialism in Venezuela just as much as racialized ICE terror against our communities here in the United States.
Today is not the end. Today is a new beginning.
It's always the fucking Palestinian snot rag. By the way, Palestine was never a country. Jews, Israel even offered to play games, or not play games, but to concede and let them have that little bit of land. And what they did was choose war. Palestine is never a place. You can't free a place that never existed. They chose war, got dumpster fucked. Sit down, shut up.
For the anti-war movement, we need to build here in Rhode Island and across the country to stop this unjust war.
somehow, some way, they will find a way, and I mean they will find a way to make themselves to be the main characters of a story that has nothing to do with them. Somehow they'll make themselves out to be a victim. Somehow they will put themselves in a situation that has nothing to do with them because everything is about them. The whole world revolves around them, and somehow, some way, because their lives are so miserable, they're always the victim.
My fate.
Well, it's it's the meme, right? It's the meme with the guy sticking the fucking stick in the bicycle spokes, his own bicycle spokes, falling on the ground and complaining and blaming something completely different from him putting the stick in the bicycle spokes. Oh, I fell off my bike. It's Trump's fault. I fell off my bike. It's conservatives. I fell off my bike. It's the racist, Nazi, fucking fascist, Islamophobic, fucking whatever phobes and all the ists and isms and the fuck you, dude. Shut up.
Favorite phenomena of my social media presence is when someone who like clearly voted for Trump and has like way too much test in their system follows me from like a reel where I just like look hot and they like thought I looked hot so they follow me, and then like within 2 minutes they unfollow me because they realized I have opinions. It's my favorite thing in the world because I'll get the notification and it says, oh, so and so followed you, and I'm like, no they didn't, and I'm like, oh, I know what happened. They realized I'm a human being.
No, they realized you're a fucking retard.
Not just an object of their desire. Too bad.
You guys genuinely make up scenarios in your head, and there really shouldn't be any surprise because you're also the same community who manages to make up genders and claim that these genders that you've made up in your head are real things. And if you really think about it, there are certain groups of people who make up things in their head, believe it's real, and it's actually not real. We usually send those people to certain places, but in 2026, these people have opinions and they post them online, and people who are like sheep follow along as if these opinions are actually real.
And this is why, as much as the whole attack helicopter fucking gender became a little cringe, I think we should bring it back. We should reduce the cringe level and just fucking use it again. If you can identify as a toaster, I can identify as an attack helicopter. Woo! Yep, true.
A couple of months ago, I went into my town city centre and I encountered a stand full of people in support of Reform UK. And I went up to them, not in a hostile way, just wanting to have a conversation. And I started talking to this guy, and he told me that the media hides the truth, obviously in reference to immigration. And the place you can find the real truth is social media. And he told me that the big, big rich people could control what you saw on news. They could control the media. But the real truth was online. And I said to him, well, if that's true, if people are rich enough to control the entire media, and I don't want to debate about this in my comments because I'm not actually disputing that there is real issues with the media, do you not think that people can control what you see on social media? And he started stuttering and just generally being unable to respond to what I had said. So he sent this massive guy over. I'm a 5'2" woman, and he sent this massive guy over. He was wearing a biker's jacket. He was, this huge motorcycle guy. And this guy starts shouting at me, they're in our HMOs, they're in hotels, 5-star hotels, all of them. They're all in 5-star hotels. And I kept trying to have a conversation with him, and he just kept yelling until I left. And I think that demonstrates a lot, that after I had made a point, they had to send this huge, he was probably 6'4" man, to go intimidate a 5'2" woman through yelling into going away. Doesn't seem like the protect women vibe they have, but...
Yeah, this definitely, and I mean definitely, did not happen.
Alright, so definitely to rule out your pneumonia, we're going to need a chest x-ray, but prior to that, because it's radiation, we're going to need a pregnancy test. Oh, you're trans? Okay, let me just check the chart. Yes, yeah, I do see you're trans. Sorry about that. It's right here. Let me just call x-ray. Yes, hi x-ray. Patient XYZ. Yes, I see that you ordered a pregnancy test before their chest x-ray, but this patient is actually trans. Yep. Yeah, I know the current sex says female, but if you look directly below that, it says that their birth sex was male. You can see that, okay. So what's the question? You still absolutely need the pregnancy test.
Fuck. It's like people never went to science class. Men can't get pregnant. It doesn't matter how much you want to fucking identify as whatever. Should just identify as a retard if you think that a man can get pregnant.
Okay. So I'm just gonna run this by you real quick. You want my patient, who is a trans girl, to go to the bathroom, to whip out their male parts that they still have, to pee in a cup, to see if they're pregnant with the uterus that they don't currently or have ever had.
Never will.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. Oh, there's a refusal form. Great. It needs to be signed by 3 doctors and the patient. We don't have 3 doctors on right now. Oh, okay. Well, can you bring the form up and I'll see what I can do? No, I have to come get the form. Okay. What's that? You said you'll just pee in the cup. Okay. All right, great. Thanks. Sorry, I know this is kind of a pain. What's that? You need the sample to be blood. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. We are cooked. Yep, we are absolutely cooked, chat. GG.
I do have mental illness issues.
Here we go.
Portland,
And
are
what's
you
your
surprised?
TikTok mental illness?
My TikTok mental illness is depression, anxiety, and OCD.
She admitted it was a TikTok illness. That's diabolical.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have that. So give up.
Yep.
That's the thing, because that's the only answer. If your only fallback, this is what happens. I have mental health issues too. I have a panic disorder. It sucks. I don't just use that as a coping crutch for everything in my life. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You have those, and we immediately talked about how it's hard. Well, it certainly can be, but I already know you have an extra. Okay, here we go. 24 times 7. We minus that by your 48 hours of very difficult work. That's 120 hours a week left. Divided by the 7 days. You have 17 hours left in each day. Well, obviously you stack them up some days. So it doesn't fully work like that. Because you're doing 12-hour shifts. But you have time. Objectively, you have time.
Yep.
Objectively, in every metric whatsoever, you have time outside of sleep, time of everything.
But
And
that's
if you
looking at it
say-
from a statistical
and if you
perspective. I don't think you're taking it from an actual humanist perspective.
Yeah, it's humanist perspective. I don't know. Like, this is weird. I don't really understand why people make all these excuses. Like, I have fucking crippling anxiety. Like, most people wouldn't know that. And the fact that I'm even recording videos is wild. Like, this is very uncharacteristic of me. It took me, 6 to 7 years of live streaming on a fucking degenerate platform in order to even build up this kind of confidence, whatever you want to construe that as. And partially had to do with drinking alcohol, and I don't suggest that people do that because I really don't think that's fixing the problem, but it does, I think, get your body in the act of being in front of a camera and talking to people and all that other shit. And that's actually one of the reasons I wear the mask. It's almost like why Slipknot did it. They would wear masks because they're able to, kind of, in their eyes, let the animal out of the cage. I'm obviously not letting the animal out of the cage, but it just allows me to, kind of function better. It's less distracting. But the fact that they make up all these fucking excuses not to work, and they're sitting there in most likely hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt and whatever, it's just like, dude, go to a doctor. Get an actual diagnosis. And be honest. If you don't want to work, just fucking tell them. But stop lying to people, man. The TikTok illness bullshit is just fucking stupid. It's laziness squared. The fact that I can go to work having 33 skull fractures and crippling anxiety, just shut up, dude. Just shut the fuck up.
TikTok has brainwashed a lot of people to believe that they have some sort of disability, because if you've heard me speak before, you would have heard me say that people who have disabilities or some sort of deficiency are praised in today's society. You're praised because it wasn't your fault, and being fat is actually healthy. If you punch someone in the face because of the fact that you couldn't control your anger, it also wasn't your fault, because that person must have said something to you. If you destroyed your whole family and broke up your whole family based on the fact that you wanted to live your life and experience yourself, it's not your fault, because you need to do what's best for you. These people will come up with some sort of excuse for their deficiencies because of the fact that in today's world, unfortunately, you get praised for being deficient, and people don't actually try to give you advice on what you can do to be better, which would actually help you in the long run.
We're bombing.
I would think, though, it's not so much being praised for being deficient, it's like praised because they don't want them to crash out, which isn't helping either. But praising them for their shit and being like, especially in this case with this other woman that was there, it's like, there's no reason to praise you. The fact that you have that many hours left in each day to work and refuse to because you have, like, you know, fucking kaleidoscope of bullshit that people told you on TikTok was actually real, you're lazy. You're looking for every excuse on the planet not to be a productive citizen.
I'm in Venezuela right now. It is 2:35 a.m. and Pete Cantrell, fucking cosplay G.I. Joe, is literally bombing Venezuela.
Look, fucking W's in the chat for the Venezuela dude on the right. That's fucking dope. Well, this honestly very privileged bitch over here is just like, Orange Man bad.
You guys didn't stop them when they were bombing boats in the ocean. You didn't stop them when they fucking took a tanker off.
Honestly, the fact that you can see these people that fucking happy that their country was liberated shows that you probably don't even care if Palestine was freed. Really. Like, I want you to actually think about that. They were liberated. You're mad still. Because Orange Man did it. If fucking Biden or Barack Obama did it, you guys would have been cheering to the moon.
East of Venezuela like a bunch of fucking pirates. You guys didn't say shit when they bombed Nigeria less than 2 weeks ago. What the fuck?
By the way, 100,000 Christians in just, like, what, a year? Were murdered over there? Because they have a shit government? Sorry. I actually don't get mad that they kind of fucking handle that business. I mean, shit, Obama was like 20-some-odd thousand fucking unsanctioned, like, 20,000 unsanctioned bombings all over the fucking Middle East and Europe. No one blinked an eye. Orange Man does it. You get mad. This is fucking brain dead shit.
Are you guys doing? We are the terrorists. We are exporting terror to the rest of the world. What the fuck is it going to take for you people to remove this dementia-ridden patient?
Biden had actual dementia because he had fucking... a lot of people like to argue the whole notion of stage 4 and stage 5, but stage 4 is like, you might have kind of like a chance with the proper, you know, situation, but most likely not. But then stage 5 supposedly is just, you are absolutely fucked. And the thing is, stage 5 doesn't just like happen overnight. Like, they fucking knew about it. They were treating him behind the scenes, letting him run the country, let him actually run for president, right? Run the country, and act like an absolute retard the entire time. Can't speak, can't walk correctly, smelling little kids' heads and shit. But Trump's got dementia, even though he's, like, more alert than most 80-year-old men are. Like, what are you talking about?
If you know anything about basic human biology, at conception, originally, everyone starts out as female, and then you don't
start developing until like 6 weeks, and basically you're just like a blank slate, but the genetics are female.
So based
So?
off of legislation, Trump has now declared that every single person in the United States is female because at conception. Yeah.
Can you go into that a little bit more?
Okay.
I literally have never heard that before. So at conception, we're all female based on.
Yeah, basically, like, nothing started developing yet, and that doesn't come until a later point of development when everything starts differentiating.
Okay.
It's the sex hormones are like in such a way. It's kind of the same reason why men still have nipples.
Yeah.
You know, this is actually really funny because a lot of the feminists like to, do a lot of this dumb shit about abortion and whatever. You know, I don't really take a stance on it. I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but it's just not my wheelhouse. It is what it is. Feminists love women, right? In theory, based on the name and the definition, right? So, if you were to abort a very early stage baby, wouldn't you be killing a woman? Or I guess a girl? A female? Where's the feminism there? I think I'm making a decent point. Like, where's the feminism there? Because a lot of these, like, fucking weird-haired fucking, septum-nosed weirdos, the amoebas of society, if you will, they all are on that shit.
And it doesn't start differentiating until so far in, and then everything kind of breaks off. But at conception, we're all basically female.
So at conception, when the sperm and the egg meet, are you saying like the chromosomes aren't there for female and they aren't there for male?
The chromosomes are there. They just haven't started like coding for everything yet. So it just takes a while to split off into male or female.
Well, at conception, if the chromosomes are male, then wouldn't we be male? Like if there's an XY.
No, I mean, it's sad as I like to admit this. From what I've heard, they do start out as female. That's just like part of the genetic cycle of things. And then for whatever selective thing happens in the body, I'm not a fucking biologist or a scientist, but whatever circumstance happens changes it to a male or it remains a female. That's what I understand. I could be wrong. I don't care. Go ahead and comment in the chat if I'm wrong. I don't care. It's fine. I will concede defeat if I am wrong.
Why?
But I swear to fucking Christ, or something holy or whatever, it better not be a fucking copy pasta from Wikipedia, because that is fucking stupid.
Chromosome at conception, then that would be a boy.
I'm not a biologist, and what I can say is encourage people to go read actual scientific documentation and go educate themselves.
Yeah.
I am a biology major, and I can say that biology does not make sense, and you really just have to read about it and make sense of it yourself, because if someone trying to explain it is not the greatest thing, unless it's someone who, like, knows it in and out.
Right. I also graduated with a biology degree like a million years ago at this point, and I will say that at conception, we are either male or female, because at conception, we're a person, and we are either male or female because the sperm and the egg meet, and there's either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome that's given by the father, and so that's either XX or XY. We are not all female at conception. We're either male or female from the beginning of conception, from when we were first made.
Again, I'm not an educated official on any of these subjects, so I'm not going to speak or misspeak on anything to then have it be construed by people on the internet. So
Then why are you even
I'm
talking?
just gonna say, read up and educate on issues and
That's
trust.
really the only thing we can do at this point.
Yeah.
There is no way they decided to say whatever it is that they just said. They are telling us that we are all females when we are in the womb until you start developing certain characteristics. Those characteristics which they're talking about, we do not know. From what the individual with the rainbow colored hair was saying, it seems that she was suggesting because of our physical traits when we're in the womb, that's why we're all women, which makes no sense because it's not only our physical traits that determine whether we're male or female, but of course they wouldn't really know that because they're too indoctrinated with all of their ABCD community nonsense.
I had a question. Do you go to church here?
Yeah, I do.
Fuck.
Okay, and is it a pretty welcoming church?
It's definitely very welcoming.
Okay, good. I'm looking for a new church, so yeah, I was just in the neighborhood. Actually, do you have a second to take a survey I'm doing? It'll only take like a minute.
Yeah, I do. I just don't want to be on camera.
Oh yeah, I'll just record your answers, but not you.
Oh, sure. Just give me 1 second, okay?
Look, I like your shirt. In science we trust.
Oh, thank you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So if you don't mind me asking, who'd you vote for last election?
Well, actually, Pamela, I did.
Of course.
Yeah.
And, another sensitive question, are you gay or straight?
I'm a lesbian, so I'm gay.
Okay. And do you think being gay or straight is a choice, or is it something we can't change?
Oh, no, it's not a choice. I can't help who I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to women, and that's the way that I was born.
Okay, so it's not...
You know, so as much as your preference and attraction may or may not be something you're born with, sodomy is a choice. All right, I'm going to move on.
Something we can change through prayer or conversion therapy.
No, it's not something you can change. It's just we are who we are.
Isn't that how biological sex works?
What?
Isn't that how biological sex works? You're either born man or woman, and you can't change it no matter how much you want to.
I believe people can identify however they want to.
So it is all a choice then. It doesn't matter how you were born.
Why are you asking me this?
I mean, it's a simple question. You trust the science, don't you?
Yeah.
Checkmate.
I don't understand.
Okay, but so I just want to get this straight. You can't change how you were born. Being gay or straight isn't a choice, and there's nothing you can do to change it, but you can totally change your biological sex. It doesn't matter if you're born a man, you can become a woman.
I trust the science. That's all.
This is a diabolical gotcha. He cosplayed one of them. He cosplayed one of them and did a whole fucking chess against checkers gotcha. That was pretty good.
Okay, can I get a couple more minutes of your time? Or?
No, I don't have anything else to say to you.
Okay. Have a good day.
I want to swear on the side that this whole encounter is a fake scenario to point to what's actually happening in society. But then at the same time, I really wouldn't be surprised if it actually was a real conversation between him and whatever this woman was. But even if it is the case that it's fake, there are people who would genuinely have conversations like this and have responses similar to what the women in this video had.
She cried. She cried with tears of joy because she finally knows what repentance feels like. Listen, I believe in you. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. That's right. I see you.
I've actually seen a video of that particular group of fucks, and it's crazy because they are actually requiring you, if in order to talk to them, you have to admit that you're basically a fucking asshole and kiss their shoes. Bow down and kiss their fucking shoes. Ugh. That is dumb as fuck. I actually think they're actors to a certain extent because they are, from what I remember, they were actually acting as if they were Jewish, like the Israelite Hebrews or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's like a fucking weird ass psyop, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
This might be a hot take, but woke white women are the worst category of people of all time.
True.
The type of woman
Well,
you'd see driving a Subaru in Seattle
there are
or
others.
Portland, mate, with 55 stickers on the back of her car. Save the gays. Vegan and proud. I'm gay. Patagonia bitches, mate. You know, the worst people of all time. They got a college degree in some dumb shit. I got a diploma in transgender rights reform and women in writing. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up, mate. They're the type of people that tell you you have some kind of mythical privilege, even though they're the most sheltered type of person in history. The type of person with 10 billion pronouns in their bio. The type of people that want no borders at all, but live in the widest parts of the country. It's called basic empathy. Shut up, bitch. And to all the white women who are like, oh, not me. It's alright, mate. I'm not talking about you. If it's not you, it's not you. But let's be honest, mate. They're everywhere, and they're coming for you. Why?
Based Australian. Cheers. W's in the motherfucking chat. Hell yeah.
I do agree that woke white women are some of the worst people on the planet Earth. I would venture on to say that black women fit into that category as well.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Gwen Patron. I just wanted to make this
Holy cosplay. What the fuck? No.
quick video for inspiration for everybody out there that gets misgendered. Generally, it's not intentional, but I just went to Xfinity over here, which is Comcast, and that's our provider for cable, and my clicker didn't work. So I go in, and the guy was very polite. He goes, "How can I help you, sir?" I'm like, "What?"
Just because you get like absolutely enormous fake titties does not change the fact that you were born with an Adam's apple and a very masculine voice. Honestly, I feel, and I don't know the rest of their story, but chances are they identify as a lesbian too. And so and look, this is my opinion. I don't really give a fuck if people care or not or fucking get mad. It's just one of those things. I feel like this is more of a fetish. The fact that you had monster titties put onto you, you probably just sit at home and jiggle your titties. You're like, oh, I've been waiting my whole life.
How can I help? And I was just, oh, my clicker doesn't work, and I didn't make a big thing out of it. But my clicker doesn't work, and he just changed it for another week. And then he says, "Thank you, ma'am." So I came out, and I'm with my wife. She's in the car, and I'm like,
I fucking knew it. Lesbian, but totally just a straight man with titties. I remember mentioning before, no such things as chicks with dicks, only guys with tits.
what screams out from me, male?
That voice, dude.
Right?
Yes.
But I mean, that happens all the time. It happens all the time. I mean, do I look male? I know I'm really tall.
Sticking feathers up your butt does not make you a chicken. Tyler Durden.
6'3". I got man hands, man feet. but overall, what screams male? And it just mystified. I wasn't angry or anything. I was like, what? What?
You just literally gave us like a little mini list of reasons why. And didn't mention your fucking manly ass voice. Man hands, 6'3", man feet. Come on, dude. Come on. Stop acting ignorant on that.
So, for those of you, and I passed pretty well. But
you
for
don't.
those of you that don't pass as well and you get misgendered, don't worry about it. It happens to everybody, okay? It happens to everybody. This was before I even said a word, because my voice, obviously it's not a priority for me, so I don't really care.
What?
But it was just like, what? So it just got me by surprise. So I just wanted to pass on to everybody, hey, listen, deal with it. The guy was really nice. It's just, usually what happens, 99% of the time, it's just human conditioning and knee-jerk reaction. And people just automatically, they see big, they see tall, they whatever visual cues, because we're very visual creatures, visual cues, and they automatically react without thinking. And I think that's what it is for the vast majority of people. Now, there's other people that are, let me just say, they just want to be an ass, and then just automatically do that because they want to be a dick, right?
No.
And those are the people that you get a little pissed from, but the vast majority of people, they're just knee-jerk reactions, human conditioning, and we just, you don't plant your flag on stuff like that and get pissed, you just let it roll off, because it's just the way it is, right? And again, he was very, very cordial, very nice, and he said, "Thank you, ma'am," when I left, and I didn't say a word of either way. I was just smiling, thank you so much for his quick customer service. So he just went in. I said, "Hey, my clicker doesn't work." And he goes, "Okay, no problem, bring it in. Thank you, ma'am." And that was it, done. But I walked down and I was like, my wife is Peg. I said, "Peg."
So your wife is Peg, so you peg your wife.
Why? And she started laughing. She just started laughing uncontrollably. So anyway, there's something to think about, something to have fun and laugh about, right?
Oh, we're laughing.
And I just wanted to pass on to you, okay? All right, bye everybody.
Doctor of what? Because whatever you're a doctor in, anybody who listens to what you say should definitely do the complete opposite. I saw this individual, heard his voice, and I knew there was going to be a lot of stupid things said, and I was proven correct.
Yes, you in fact were, my brother.